What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. Hey, in this video we're going to be talking about legendary hand cannons specifically in the Crucible right now, and kind of their current state, and where they sit in the Crucible right now. And I remember a day when hand cannons were really sort of the cat's pajamas in the Crucible. Everyone was using hand cannons, legendary or exotic. And that time's kind of come and gone. The exotic hand cannon still reigns supreme, but in terms of legendaries, there's not a lot that you see right now besides things like the Eyes Luna, something like that. And that's really unfortunate because there are a lot of legendary hand cannons in this game that are worth using. And I think that these hand cannons were hit really hard with that initial accuracy reduction that we got in the Crucible changes not too long ago in year 2. And I feel like that penalty to the accuracy on hand cannons was intended to target the exotic hand cannons, the ones that everyone complains about. No one was complaining about things like Red Hand or the Devil You Know or the Devil You Don't. No one complained about those guns. It was the exotics that people had a problem with, and they still perform exceptionally well. But that nerf really hit these legendary hand cannons pretty hard, and that's too bad. And the game that you're seeing here, this game here on Twilight Gap, I did actually go pretty massive. I had a 27 kill game with a 9.0 KD, went 27-3, and went pretty big on this one. But it was mostly due to my positioning and sort of my strategic setup of the engagements. It wasn't that the gun was doing the work, it's that I was working extra hard to come out on top in these firefights, and I up and ran out of a lot of bad firefights as well, and that kind of saved my life. But anyways, yeah, these hand cannons, the one in the gameplay you're seeing here is the Devil You Know. This is a original year 1, the Devil You Know. And I remember back when this gun, you saw a number of these, and depending on your role, this was a pretty stinking good hand cannon. And I did have some fun running around with this thing, and I used it a lot in Mayhem the last time that Mayhem Clash was up, and I had some fun doing it then, pulling stuff like this out of the vault. And that's always been enjoyable for me, kind of pulling these old year 1 guns out of the vault. Played around a lot with my Red Hand. I played around with the old Jewel of Osiris from year 1 trials, and had a blast using these things. But man, do you find yourself working extra hard. So here's the thing with this whole accuracy nerf to hand cannons. With these legendary hand cannons, sometimes there are these shots that, you line those sights up and it should connect, and you come up goosing and getting no damage. And one bullet often is all it takes. Missing one bullet is often all it takes to lose a firefight when you're using something like a hand cannon that does a lot of damage but doesn't shoot super fast. So missing out on one bullet that misses when it should hit could really be the deciding factor between whether you live or die. So the fact that these were hit that hard is a bit of a bummer to me. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to the April 6th Twitch stream from Bungie, because it's not this Wednesday, it's the Wednesday after, because they're going to be talking about the new sandbox changes and the Crucible changes that are coming with the April update. And I'm pretty pumped about that, honestly. I'm ready for the update. I'm pretty excited to get some new content. I'm not a huge PvE guy, and you guys know that. I'm not going to be playing the crap out of Prison of Elders. I'll play it enough to get the loot that I want. I saw that Her Fury sniper rifle, and I'm like, yep, gotta have that. Gonna have to have one of those. So I'll get the loot that I want out of it, but then after that I'll probably just be grinding the crap out of the Crucible some more. And I'll still play the strike and the new missions. But that's not where I live. I live in the Crucible, and that's sort of where I get my enjoyment. You see a 10 kill streak here. I almost got to the 15 before the game expired, but unfortunately couldn't get there. So it was just a really fun game. I was having some fun, even though I was going up against One Last Word and One Thorn with a Felwinter's Lie from year 1 with ridiculous range. So I found myself running away from a lot of engagements and resetting them up on my terms. But anyways, excited for the April update. You know, really pumped for that April 6th stream, just to kind of get a feel for what the Crucible might look like in the near future. Here's the scoreboard after that match. 27 kills there. Felt really good about it. I was kind of feeling invincible at that point. But here's the red hand gameplay. Man, I used to love this gun. This hand cannon, it used to hit, you know, pretty hard and was pretty reliable. It's not that there was anything ridiculously OP about it. It was just a really consistent gun. It was kind of like, you know how the Mida multi-tool is right now. The only reason people use the crap out of the Mida multi-tool is because it's consistently lethal. You know, when you put the reticles on something and you pull the trigger, you're gonna hit it. And it's got a decent kill time. That's why people use the Mida. It's not that there's anything ridiculously OP about it. It's that it's just consistently very reliable. It's a very reliable killing machine. And red hand used to be like that for me. It was sort of my, I can always trust this thing to get kills for me. It may not be the most powerful thing in the world, but it'll consistently perform well. So I remember I had like an old live commentary of the red hand. I really love using this thing. This here is the Jewel. This isn't the Year 2 Trials pistol. This is the Year 1. And it's got Icarus on it and Third Eye. So I can use it on my Hunter. You know, I like using hand cannons on my Hunter because of the mobility. Doing like the double and triple jumps and shooting from the air and getting something like Icarus on one of these has always been a lot of fun for me. So I'm curious, what's your take on legendary hand cannons right now? I think that they are sort of the underdogs. I think that honestly, I'd love if they sort of undid that initial accuracy nerf and instead just address the exotic hand cannons alone. Just target the ones that need to be targeted, and the ones that are fine, leave them be. So I'd like to see that accuracy boosted back up and get these things a little bit more relevant. I just want legendary primaries in general to have a stronger presence in this game. So what are some of the legendary hand cannons that you like to use? Specifically, I'd like to see some of the Year 2 ones as well. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll catch you in the Crucible.